Hey, AFTERBUZZ TV Lucifer fans, we are so excited to have you here tonight to discuss Season 2, Episode 3, Sin Eater. So let's get started.
You're tuning into the destination for TV superfan discussion, AFTERBUZZ TV. And now, let the buzz begin.
I'm a bitch.
Yes. Girl power song right here. Take that.
It's like, I didn't even know this was going to be
the song. Right?
I respect it.
All right. So we are so excited to have you guys here. Please be sure to co-host with us. That's what this end of the table is for, just for you. So all you have to do is join the hashtag ABTVLucifer, and we can talk about all the things that you want to talk live right now. My name is Alikona Bradford. I'm at Boys and Beauty 01, joined by very lovely ladies, and they're going to introduce themselves. Go ahead.
Hello. I'm Samantha Benitz. I'm back this week. You can find me on Instagram and Twitter at Samantha_Benitz, BENITZ.
And I'm Lacretia Lyon, guys. You can always find me at LACRETIALYON anywhere on the internet, since there is only one.
Hey guys, I'm Joelle Monique. You can find me all over the internet at Joelle Monique and every week at blackgirlnerds.com.
All right. So the first thing I have to bring up, guys, it's not really heavy in the content situation, but something I noticed when the show first came on. So Lucifer's doing his thing with the candle wax, and all I kept thinking is, does anybody really do that? Because that just is not... I've burnt myself on candle wax, and never in my life was like, ooh, yeah, that feels good.
I know.
I know a guy who knows a guy who likes that.
So Lacretia,
Basically, Lucretia's talking about herself in life as a person right now.
Oh my goodness, I know. It looks a little painful, but I'm sure, to each their own.
I like the symbolism of it. The burning crotch to the candle wax, hellfire. I get it.
Yeah, I mean, I can see how Lucifer would enjoy it, but the girl was just like, oh god.
I know.
Can you not, please?
Porno sounds ever. Girl,
Yeah.
no.
It's the girl in front of every yoga class that goes a little too far.
Right, exactly. And it's obvious, like, okay, we have mom walking in, and I'm like, God, that's like, how awkward. And I think it's funny because every time she's in a situation, everyone else observing is like, oh, she's hot. Who's that? She's hot. I'm like, God, it's my mom. And couldn't she have come back in a really unattractive body? Did it have to be so sexy?
I suggested to Joe Henderson Betty White.
That would be amazing.
That would have been funnier.
Feisty and amazing. Yeah. I would have loved that.
I know, that's true. I do like her character as well, though, how they kind of just play up on that. And in every situation, it's the embarrassing mom of like, oh, she's trying so hard to be hot and hip.
Right.
So, I don't know, it's funny.
I think the actress, excuse me, sorry guys. I think the actress does a really great job of finding that balance too of, when she's playing around, like when she was at the department playing with all the boys and figuring out this whole human thing. But when she's with him, still trying to take that motherly tone. And I think she does a good job.
She spoke to the Television Critics Association, and she said that was her really big point coming in here. Was like, there's 3 years apart, I believe, between the actors in real life. And she was like, I really had to dig deep to like look at him and see a son. And try to bring out that motherly feeling and expectation. And I think the writers have done a really good job helping her by making it a very teenage mom kind of situation where it's like, oh my God, you're embarrassing me in front of all of my friends at my hot nightclub in LA.
Yeah. You bring up a great point, because if I was the actress and played her and I had to dig deep, I'd have to dig deep to be like, can I like just not want him? Because he's really sexy right now. It's really sexy.
Well, and Michael Trucco played her brother on Battlestar Galactica, so it's like she always has these hot guys related to her that it's just not okay to touch.
Right.
I hate that. Yeah,
like,
it must be
party foul.
Poor Trisha Helfer.
Really quick, I just want to ask my engineer if you could pull up the chat for us. That'd be awesome, so I can read what some of our co-hosts are saying at home. And let's get back into the show a little bit. I also want to talk about Dan, because he made me so sad. So many moments of this show. I was like, he threw me a curveball. I don't know about you guys. Did anybody else see the whole divorce conversation happening?
No.
I've been waiting for it since last season. I'm so over the two of them. They never get along. Like, even when they're together, they just never seem happy. And I'm like, I end this. Get it over with and wrap it up. I'm really excited about the end of this episode.
I love Sir Douche, and I think that they belong together, because I feel like Lucifer and Chloe have a much deeper connection than, I feel that whole sex or, relationship would ruin it.
No, I'd rather... They're definitely not supposed to end up. That would upset me greatly if they ended up together. But I also don't think she and Douche go well together.
I was expecting them to go on the trip, actually. I was thinking maybe they can just go and, like, co-parent and have the experience as a family without necessarily being romantic and getting Trixie used to that dynamic. But it looks like she's just going to be all lonely now. But I think Lucifer is going to kind of swoop in there and fill in that loneliness for her.
I concur. I also think, too, that for a long time, though, Dan was holding on to the thought that maybe, you know, it's weird because in season 1, it would seem like Chloe was hanging on to the thought of them getting back together. And once she moved on, all of a sudden, like life always happens, he decides that he was ready when he is ready. And so... Then for this season 2, now that he's demoted, he's following her around, it's almost you have this lingering effect of him having hope. And when she had her conversation about, you know, we're lying to Trixie, it's almost like you could see it in his brain just clicked.
Yeah.
And that's when he made the decision. I was like, whoa, I didn't think it was going to be that heavy.
I know. That kind of annoyed me. I was like, like, after she says it's okay, you're going to do the I'm too cool now move. But, you know, I see he's trying to protect himself in his heart, and he's already doing, like, the bitch work at the station, so he's probably not feeling too good right now. He's trying to get himself up.
Sorry.
It's so clear their kid's, like, really torn. Like, she reads everything. Like, she's no dummy. And I feel like I think he realized the truth in that statement of if we keep trying to pretend, like, we're just hurting Trixie. So I'm so happy they've decided to amicably split. I think it's going to be a safe, like, you know, just a good divorce. Like, I don't think it's going to get messy. I feel like they understand each other. I think it's going to be a good parting.
Right. I think the interesting part is going to be when Chloe decides she wants to find herself or get her groove back. And she's probably going to start dating some really random dudes. And I think that Lucifer is going to get really jealous.
That'll be fun to watch.
I hope Lucifer and Trixie team up and are like, we don't like any of them.
Yeah. It's quite possible. It's quite possible. This episode, guys, seemed very, very heavy in the procedural element versus the story of what's going on in Lucifer's personal life, which, to be honest with you, bummed me out a little bit. But the story wasn't bad. I'll give it to them. You know, the penis on fire, it was entertaining.
Yeah, Boo69Bs in the chat said, I liked all the burn crotch puns. It was really funny, and I agree.
I concur. Let's see what everybody else is saying at home. Buckery Dog, hi. Yes, Detective Douche, like a piece of old jerky. Wait, what was the beginning of that conversation?
I like jerky.
That's a compliment.
Is it like stale and hard? It's old jerky?
Is it tofurkey jerky? Because I like that. Okay, let's see. Scrolling up, Detective Douche. We're still over there. But anyways, hi, Stephanie Place. Boobies.
Hey, Boo69Bs, what's up?
Hey. All right, so now that we got some hellos in there, Darth Riven, if I said that correctly, hello. Lucy and Chloe work better than Dan.
No, sir.
The verdict is in. They are cute.
Oh, well. Anyways, so back to this procedural element. Very interesting case that they have. And I know some of you guys, I was listening as I was watching. Do you guys know who it is? And I'm all like, I don't know who it is. But some of you were like, okay, I already know. I don't remember who said it, though.
Oh, I guess the videographer. I just knew it. As soon as he was, like, doing all this social media and videotaping, I was like, that's somebody who enjoys the art as much as he enjoys the torturing.
Yeah, and to me, because I recognized Vic Sahay from Chuck as Lester, I was like, okay, he's got to have a bigger part, like, somewhere. And that was sort of my thing. It's like, shout out, love you.
I did not know who it was.
Me neither.
Yeah.
And a little strange, if you really think about it, right? Because the second guy, their deaths were based off of scenes that were posted, and it was that whole dominatrix thing with all the apples shoved down, and he had the booby apples. And I was like, this just doesn't seem like something a dude would do to a dude. Unless they were ex-lovers. That's the only time I would see something.
That was a lot of
kind
apples.
of intimate in an intimate murder. Right. Such a thing should exist. But I mean, but also kind of a cool murder. Yeah. And props to makeup because the apples in the throat looked really disturbing.
Right. Yeah.
But no, I wish we could have spent more time with him as the killer. I don't know if I necessarily needed them to explain everything to me as to why he was doing it. I would have much rather seen him falling into like liking it, like going from like reactionary to like, oh, well, this is kind of fun,
Yeah.
and I like the power of it. I think that would have been more interesting.
Yeah, and Vic is just such a good actor,
Yes.
and he's so funny. I mean, he played in an X-Files episode, hilarious. And so, yeah, I was like, I wish I could have seen more funny parts, but it was good to see his more serious side. Yeah.
I think what they were going for is the element of shock and surprise. So that's why everything was so secretive, like with the gun pointing at Lila from like behind the thing, and anytime something happened to somebody, you didn't even hear a voice. It was just them pleading for their life.
Yeah, like, I just, and there were so many funny lines, especially with Ella at the crime scenes.
yeah.
Like, I was really liking how she was getting into it, like the burning bush, and then like, oh, it's a whole orchard down there.
I know, and I like that they tackled a serial killer, because I feel like they've done kind of like one and done cases, and this one was a little bit more complex, and then it made me interested, like, okay, who's next? Because they already had it kind of set up, and it reminded me of Saw in some ways, just kind of like
Exactly, yeah.
having the scene there and having to figure it out. So I kind of like the complexity of this one versus previous episodes.
How would you guys feel if they took that a little bit further and they crossed one villain via several different episodes as a serial killer?
I would love
I would like to see that, yeah.
Yeah.
Especially the way that Lucifer like projects all of his like thoughts, feelings, ideas onto the killer. If we have one that he can't catch and he can't punish, like watching that, like him have to struggle with that, I think would be really fascinating.
I like that you said punish, because that actually leads me to my next point.
Yeah.
He had this whole inner thing about punishment and being a punisher and what it meant, not only to him, but to other people to find himself out.
Right.
So I thought it was really interesting that they added that element, especially towards the end of the episode when he was talking to his mother and he was saying, I am a punisher. That's what I do. I enjoy it. I like it. And Mom was just like, well... I mean, that's a good reason. I can't really, okay. And his punishment was really cute.
Yeah, that was funny. He's like, you have to live with the people that you would despise.
I know, that's
But-
good.
My favorite part of this episode was when he was first of all, shoving into the elevator by her chest, which is like really weird and strange. But at the same time, too, when he had said, or no, she had said, but they do these things, they eat all day, and it comes out the other, and it comes out, and it's far worse than it is. I was like, hilarious.
It is so funny. And like every time he said Punisher, I'm like, seriously, guys, I can't wait for the Punisher to come out on Netflix. Stop saying it, dude. That's a whole different comic book universe.
It makes me think of
Yeah.
wrestling.
Oh, yeah, WWE.
Yeah. Oh, God, I totally was thinking something. I promise you. I just don't know where that thought went. So I'm going to see what you guys are thinking right now. And everyone's still just making fun of all the puns of the balls and stuff like
Great
that.
balls of fire.
That must have been their favorite part of the three.
I know, right? All right. So, anyways, just to wrap up a little bit of not Ella,
Yeah.
Lila.
Yeah.
Too many uhs going on in this episode. So, Lila, name of the actress. Can you guys think of off the top of your head? Because I'm like, I know her.
I literally recognized her from something. Here, maybe I'll pull it
So
up.
frustrating.
Or a chat roll if you guys know her
Yes.
name, because she
Please
looks
let me
so
know.
familiar.
Did anybody think that it was going to be her? Because I never thought it was her. To
I
be
didn't
honest
think it
with
was
you.
either. She had empathy, like, and was really upset with these things, and it was very genuine. So I certainly didn't suspect her.
I know, and I was thinking it's got to be somebody to do with the videos just because of what they're watching all day, and they're watching literally the worst things on the internet ever, which can kind of give you like an effed up mindset, I'm
Right.
sure, after time. That's why people, they were saying, have a fast turnover rate over there, and
Right.
I'm thinking, this is going to get somebody kind of crooked after a while unless they can just handle it, and it's no problem for them.
Right. Well, as soon as Tommy gave his confession that he had done the killing of the fire crotch guy, I was like, even before they said it, I'm like, that was easy. That's not very characteristic.
See,
of
I thought they were
show.
gonna do like a vigilante for hire. I thought like him saying I killed him was like I hired somebody, and she was like, we're not getting all of the information here.
Right.
And I think that would have been really dope. I really wish there was a vigilante out there just killing trolls for the hell of it.
Yeah, no, not so much.
So funny thing is, the actress is Robin Givens, and I knew I recognized her. Chuck. She was the director of the NSA who came in and tried to recruit Casey. Yeah, you guys have never seen Chuck. The
nope.
chat roll maybe knows what I'm talking about.
Yeah.
Grisha loves Chuck,
Yeah,
by the way. if you didn't know.
it's the greatest show of all time. You guys should watch it.
Stretches.
Sorry, really quick, Allie, hello, you're new, I think, or at least to me, hi. She thinks that the mom is, her ignorance is hilarious. Well, no, she's brand new, like, she's
Yeah.
brand new on Earth, so she's figuring out, somebody tweeted at me, I don't remember, I'm so sorry, I know you're gonna, like, totally tweet me later on, but they were saying, is it weird to think I actually would find it very funny when she gets her period?
I think that was Boo 69 V's.
Oh, was that
I
you?
think so, because that was funny. Or let me see if I can find it. I'll pull it up, because I know she tweets us a lot.
Yeah.
That's amazing. If you read the comic books, Neil Gaiman just did like a prequel to the Sandman collection. It's like a six-issue series, and Lucifer's mom appears in there, and in there she's like a celestial cloud that's filled with stars that kind of floats around giving orders, and she's very manipulative, and I like that we're starting to see those characteristics come out.
Human form.
I'm a little upset that the boys aren't onto her at all.
Right.
I'm like, guys,
Mom, they got like a little soft spot in there.
and they have been separated for a while, but still, it's shady as hell. Like, open your eyes. Think about it. Lucifer just admitted to liking his job. Like, he's like, I like this, gives me joy. And I'm like, maybe your dad saw that in you and understood, like, this is a place where you could rule and be happy. Like, he pretty much gave you what you wanted. Just see. Just look. He's going to get hurt, and it concerns me. Concerns me. I want Lucifer to be okay.
I know. That's going to be interesting to see with the mom, because I think now that she's going to go back to Charlotte's family, it's going to give her a different dynamic, and it may foil her plans.
Right.
You know?
Right. Another great moment that she had in this show was when she was at the club, and she's like, I thought you should know. I got this like tingling sensation. Like, okay, we gotta go. Show is over. Show is over.
That was so funny.
Yeah. That was another one of the highlights. I think she had like all the great moments.
She
in this
really
episode.
did. That just reminded me of like an older brother seeing a younger sister like dancing on a table at a party for the first time, like, and like roll out, just get her. He just lifted her over the shoulder. I'm like, yes, I love it.
Yeah, when they said Lucifer's mom was coming on the show, I did not expect her to be the comic relief.
Yeah.
Ever. This is like a completely different role than I had ever thought she would take on.
Yeah, because we had that conversation the other day about it, and you explained to me in the she's Mother Nature, and you know, and that was really interesting because I was like, that's a good point. I never even thought of that.
Yeah. Wow, that's actually a really, really cool twist on everything in general. Gosh, I keep on going over and over because I think of something and I'm so excited to talk about it, but then I hear you guys say amazing things. And I'm like, wow.
And we're like, what?
That's
I know, and I'm
fantastic.
still looking to make sure I get the viewer correct on the mother's period thing.
Yeah.
But I have so many tweets, guys.
Which is
my
actually where I
gosh.
thought you were going with that comic book
I know.
reference when you're like, in the comic book, I'm like, she gets her period.
It was Marisha, actually. _ long story bro _
Yes, hey, what's up, girl?
I was like, I finally found it.
Yes. Oh, I know what I wanted to talk about. Amenadiel. So a little bit about
me too.
Maze. You know, Maze was keeping her distance. This is the first time in a very long time, or at least this season, that she has decided to interact with one of the brothers. No, just kidding. She's already interacted with Lucifer. Staying away from her boo thing right now. And that whole scene was very sad for me too. Because obviously, you know, you have him wallowing away. He's pouring one out for the homies and losing his feathers at the same time. It's like just sad.
He's molting. It's not a good look.
I know. Sad. It's all around sad.
I love me some sad guys because Samantha
Yes.
laughed out loud when I go, that's hot. Like,
No.
Sad boys are precious.
They
I know.
are. They are. You know, that's actually a great point because when this show first started, I was like, this dude's annoying. Now I'm like, I like you.
Well, Amenadiel is sexy.
Yeah, you're starting to get cute. Wait, what's going on? But anyways, you know when he does the whole like vacuumy thing, at first I was like, oh, he's cleaning. He just wants to impress her because he wants to clean. And then it dawned on me that they were the feathers. So I'm like, oh, that's just sad. And then for her to drop the bomb about it's cool if you're having sex with other people because I am too. And his face was just like, oh, yeah, that's what I'm doing.
Yeah, I loved how
Totally.
he covered. It was so cute, and then I think it was great that that's what she at least thought, so he didn't seem so sad and pathetic.
Right,
But that would have been hotter to me.
Oh, God.
You're sad. You got these bottles of wine.
And feathers.
Yeah, feathers
Getting
everywhere.
laid.
You're Lacretia's type. You can tweet her at.
That's why I like Chuck, guys. Yeah.
But no, it was a moment for me of heartbreak because I do like them together. And I don't know, the look on his face when he smiled, it was such a sad, sad smile. Because not only are you dealing with the loss of your wings, but the potential love of your demon, angel, crazy life, just pretty much admitted that she's sleeping with other dudes. Like,
But
hit me while I'm
is
down.
she though? We haven't seen her, so part of me
That's
thinks
true.
like she's just trying to put on a front and let him know, like, oh, if you are, I am. I'm out there doing my thing.
Yeah.
So
I agree.
Yeah, that may be, you know. And Steffi Place has a good point. The saddest part about the
Yes.
scene was him dust busting his feathers.
It's so funny when you say it like that, though. It's so sad And then you see the word dustbuster, and it just like totally loses all seriousness altogether.
Oh my god.
And Buckaroo Dog says, I'm calling that this powers reduction from Lucifer and Amenadiel is psychological. And I tend to agree, but I'm a psych major, so.
No, I agree.
Yeah.
I think the farther he gets away from God, too, because that's kind of why he was placed here on this mission, and he's kind of just now being more self-serving, but not to be selfish, but because he's so curious. I feel like he's on Earth, and he's feeling all these things for the first time, and it's hard to kind of find the balance of wanting to be good when there's so much temptation around.
But do you think that those wings represent, or symbolize, I should say, his loss of detachment, or attachment, I should say, to God and to his purpose? And, well, I guess I'm repeating what you're saying, basically.
But yeah, like, I don't know. I think so, but I'm open to
I
other
think it's
suggestions.
symbolic. I don't think that he's... I mean, I think that's a great theory as far as the psychological aspect of it, but I think it's just almost his dad disowning him and getting him back.
I definitely see it too. It just seems like God punishes too. And I feel like this is how he connects to Lucifer. And I also think that, you didn't follow the rules, man. You're out here like having sex with a demon. It's not cool.
Yeah,
you're an angel. Like, get it together.
Right.
Maze isn't that bad, guys. Like, you might not take her home to Mama. I mean, since she tortured your mom, but
Yeah.
Millennia. But whatever.
Somebody's talking about Linda, Buckaroo Dog. What are you saying? I'm hoping anyways Linda discovers it and Lucifer and Amenadiel misinterpreting. What do you want her to discover? I missed the beginning of that. But that's okay. Not a big deal.
I know, huh? Trying to understand that one, but definitely, it's interesting to see what's going to happen between Amenadiel 2 and Lucifer. Just because now with their mom in the middle, are they going to be torn apart? Just because sometimes the siblings with the mom, they can play favorites, or how will that go?
But where was Lucifer's hello? Where have you been, dude? Like, I've been doing my prayers and you have not been answering them.
Yeah.
I've been trying to telepathy? There you go.
Yeah,
Trying
that's
to
a
do
good
that.
point.
I mean, Mom was a little bit of a distraction when she was missing because he was like, bro, like, did you take her back? Whatever. But after that, my next question would have been like, where are you? Where have you been?
Yeah.
And I wonder how long Amenadiel is going to keep this secret to himself.
A while, because Lucifer's selfish and he's not going to ask.
Yeah.
It'll take, like, he'll have to see him, like, on the ground without feathers to be like, oh, what's happening with you? What's going on? He's not emotionally reading people.
He's such a obvious little brother, personality. That's what I think is so cute.
Well, and it's funny too because he's like that even in the field. Every time you think he's solving a case and it's helping the cause, he's like, nah, I gotta know. But I think some of that's a cover up.
Sure.
Like, I can't let Chloe know I enjoy this too much.
Exactly.
I don't know. That's just my
He
theory.
loves it though. You can see he's happy, and he even tells his mom that tonight, like, I like my job. So to me, he's kind of growing and he's changing. So it kind of puts a new face on what the devil is, which is interesting.
I'm curious where they're going to go with the whole spin with the mom because she's dealing with all these innocent moments, if you will, because of all the discovery. But at the same time, at the end of the episode, she had the discovery that she has this superpower strength and that smile
Yeah, she's
afterwards.
At first she feels bad, and I'm like, oh, she has a conscience. And she's like, oh, damn. Yes,
That was awesome. And I love how the last 2 episodes have ended with her evil smile. I know someone brought that up in the chat earlier too. It's like, that's fun.
Yeah, what's her MO?
Yeah. I know, and why would they not suspect that? Like, even with the nice front with people, you can tell if they've had evil intentions time and time again. You remember. You're
When
like,
you torture someone for millennia and then they get out,
Yeah.
they've had a lot of time to think about how to get back at you. And this is very personal. And it seems weird to me that no one has their, like, defenses up. Like, exactly. Like, no one is like, what are you after?
But she's pouring it on, though.
Yeah.
She's pouring it on. Like, I just want to be close to my kids. And what does a mother have to do?
Maze sees
Yeah.
straight through all this
Win.
business. And I look forward to her taking her down.
Yeah.
Yeah, and I'd like to see Dr. Linda's view on the mother as well.
Oh, God. Please psych about the mom.
What I want to know is when is Dr. Linda and when is Chloe, I should say when are they going to finally be like, you know what? Some of these stories are a little legit. Maybe they're not metaphors. Because like, some random person just walks by and they're like, oh, hey, human. Anyway, so blah, blah, blah. It's a little different. That's a little different. You know what I mean? Because there's so many things, especially for Dr. Linda. So many things have happened. Never once have you thought, maybe Lucifer is not lying.
Yeah.
Like, the name alone. Like, how many Lucifers have you met throughout your life so far?
Especially with Morning Stars. The last name.
Exactly.
That's rare.
This guy's parents either did a lot of drugs, or
And all the things that he does on top of that make him seem like the devil. I could see if he's a very nice guy, his name Lucifer, you're not going to have the connection at all. But he just makes it so obvious with the way he's, you know, lustful and gluttonous, and like I just feel like he has all those 7 deadly sin traits that he still shows off all the time. And
but he's so charming.
Yeah, he's so charming, and he does that little question thing, eye gaze, and then everybody's just like,
It really does work.
Yeah. Oh, okay.
Sure. Move 69Bs brings up a good point. If Lucifer sees him in it, he'll drop his feathers. He will probably say, "Brother, you're molting."
Right.
Yeah, I was like, and I just, when I
mean,
read it, thought it in Tom's voice. You know?
Lucifer willfully cut his off.
Yeah.
So for him, he's probably like, "Hey, congrats, welcome to my world."
Yeah, the wingless club, buddy.
Right? Now we can have a drink. Let's go.
I know, and the mom wanted to fly tonight, so it's interesting. Now she knows that he can't fly, so it's going to be probably something that might come up.
Menadil, come fly me over here.
About that, these things are a little rusty.
Right? Sorry, I can't, Mom. I've gas. Like, what?
Cool.
Oh my god. I love it. Tom Ellis is really hot.
Yeah,
Yes.
We agree.
Say it like it is.
Don't we know it? One last. Going back into the murder. At the very end, when we see it's Ray and all this, and Lucifer has this fantastic conversation about being a Punisher, and you liked it, la 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 la. I was really hoping that he was just gonna face out and demon the guy and scare him. Obviously, there was the issue with the, fire, but still, I was really hoping to see a little bit of the devil come out, because I enjoy it when he scares the shit out of people.
I thought he was just
so
gonna
hot.
blow the light out. I thought he was just gonna be like, and done, and
that would have been
scene.
smarter. A lot smarter.
Yeah, I mean, he allowed you to get pretty close into his physical space before Detective had to dump the. What did she? Was this like fire?
alarm.
Yeah.
Fire
Okay. All
but
right.
when in life has a fire extinguisher powder dropped from the ceiling in a fire? I mean, it's smart.
Well, to be fair, it's a tech place, so if one of those things goes up, then they're all gonna catch on fire because they're all connected. So I understand, like, maybe, but to me, there's no clear like she was just like, yeah, that's what that does. I'm like, that just looks like a regular like grid box.
Well, because usually it's water comes out.
She just knew the plans of the building. She was
Right.
prepared.
Right.
I
I don't know. I would like, because we had Chloe witness him do something a few times that was just not right and not human. But again, she lacks, I don't know why, maybe she just doesn't want to know that he's telling the truth, but she just doesn't, for a detective, you're like, come on, ask some questions or something, And I want to see him do something supernatural again, so that way it questions her belief in what's going on, because I just want her to figure it out.
Me too.
Do you think she'll ever figure it out, or if that's going to be the thing of the show where she just stays?
I hope not.
I know. I'm hoping by season 3 she knows, because I think it would be just as fine if she utilizes those powers and then, roll with it. Put it in the script and, have fun with it.
It'd be interesting to me to see if she wants to continue to hang out with the actual devil. Like right now, he's like a rapscallion. Like he's an adorable puppy who sometimes gets in trouble, but for the most part, helps everybody. He helps solve the case, so he's pretty good, and her daughter likes him. But when you're faced with the fact of the actual devil, you spent so much time torturing people.
If you spin that, right, and you're like, I'm just a fallen angel, it sounds far more acceptable.
Chloe is not good at spin.
Yeah, and even Ella, who is a woman of faith, is like, no, he wasn't that bad. Even in the Bible, he had a purpose. If he wasn't there, there would be no. If without evil, there is no good. So you can't really hate on the guy.
Right. I mean, pre-prediction, I think that if they'll hook up, and when they do, afterwards is when the confession is going to happen. She's like, I had sex with the devil.
But
oh my
do you
God.
That's
still
what my
think
mom
she's
says,
something?
but-
Because given that she takes away his powers, it seems like maybe
that's true.
she's... I don't know. I don't want to say a demon or an angel. I just can't tell. But if she doesn't know all this time, I'm like, what happened? How come you don't know?
But I think, this is what I think, the reason she's able to take his powers away from him is just meaning that she is the one. This is almost romantic, right? Right? There's always that one girl, right? That is the game changer, and she makes you all flubby and weak in the knees. I don't know, I'm not a dude, but that's how I envision it to be. And I think she is that for him.
That's the cutest thing ever. Yes, I'm down with that idea.
I like
It's
it.
possible. It's possible.
Lovey love.
Yes. Oh, I'm like, Lacretia says.
Yes. I was like, I wonder where Steven is. I was like, Steven
She's in
too.
this one. She's in our chat, guys.
Oh man, we miss Steven. We hope he's having a good time tonight, and hopefully I did okay for like a shit.
Yes.
He'll be back.
Like,
Don't
that's
worry. Don't worry. He will be back. Guys, we do have a bit of a shorter show tonight, though, so that means we have to get into our predictions and all that good stuff.
And now, your AfterBuzz TV predictions.
All right. So I started pre-predicting already because I'm just, I'm the only thing I'm good for on this panel is being really sappy and finding that romantic angle and figuring out a way just to get Lucifer to be with Chloe. So yeah, I'm gonna pass for right now so I can come up with something better. I'm gonna let you talk.
Okay. I think, let's see, Amenadiel and Maze, I see a hookup in their future again. I think she's going to find him in a very depressing situation, and he's going to open up to her, and that'll make her open up to him. I'm kind of hoping they'll have that connection again. I hope Charlotte goes back to the family, and I really think she's going to get that dad that was in the robe and all depressed, like the one that Tom was like, oh, you're a stay-at-home dad, but,
We need to help your fashion out just a little bit.
Well, Charlotte is going to go back there, if I can guess, and get him looking good. And he's
Well, and
gonna
then
be
in his mind, wait, hold on though, to piggyback, in his mind, he thinks that he needs to get his groove back after the conversation he had with Lucifer.
Exactly.
So he's going to come in there and be all like Prince Charming on his horse, and she's going to be like, oh, this is what it's like. Okay, and then she's going to fall in love with him too.
Exactly.
See? Romantic, all the way. Keep going.
I don't see it being real love, but I did sort of see that because you see how she's already figured out fashion. She's got it on point, then going in there, and he's probably taking Lucifer's tips, wondering where his wife is, and Heroin Bob's gonna look pretty sexy for Charlotte.
Yeah.
Oh God.
Welcome to our panel.
Hi guys. Actually, I'm hoping that Maze starts going after Lucifer's mother. Like, I'm ready to see her start the takedown in whatever form that takes, whether it's investigative or whether she was like, you have flesh now and Lucifer's not around and I will destroy you. Maze is my favorite character, hands down, on the show, and I would really like to see her like inner demon shine.
Oh, I love that because but I do want the real relationship with her and Amenadiel, like you said, that picking him up, his sadness. Like,
You know what's weird is I felt like there was a baby connection, and they probably wouldn't do this unless they want a lot of drama and to tick people off. But I saw a moment between Amenadiel when he was doing his whole apology with Linda, and I was like, oh, there's like a little chemistry there, I thought. And then I thought they would be really cute together.
Well, Linda likes him, doesn't she? Didn't she
seems
say
like
he
she's
was
so
cute
like,
before? Yeah, she was thinking like, he's a therapist, but even though he's not, he's very intuitive. So
There you go.
I have said there could be a three-way with Dr. Linda and Maze and Amenadiel. I would go for it.
And we'd all be there for it, just enjoying it.
just eating popcorn.
Well, Booby69 predicts that if pretty much, because I'm reading it funny, but if Lucifer's mom was to have sex, she'd be just as crazed as he is. Probably.
They're a lot alike.
A little distracted from her mission there. Just a little.
Which could be a good thing. Go for it, Mom.
Yeah.
Healing.
Have at it.
It's a group
Be
back.
But can mom get pregnant? Because she does not know anything about birth control.
Oh
No.
my God, that would be crazy.
you
and how
imagine?
would God feel about it? Mom goes to Earth, and then she's out there doing God knows
Is she
what.
creating demigods now? Because we're
Right.
moving to Greek. That would be awesome.
God has no right to be jealous because God kicked her to the curb, okay? So, you're back.
If you like it, then you should have put a ring on it.
Oh my God.
And it brings it back to the girl wanting Destiny's Child back together. So it's her hope
Which
is
is my
not dead.
favorite joke in this episode.
Yeah.
She still has hope. Look, we all have hope. Damn it.
I know, like the Spice Girls.
Oh my goodness.
That's funny. Anyways, okay, so that's all I have for predictions. Anybody have any predictions, news, gossip? Sorry, I failed at news and gossip tonight. I apologize. Usually I love videos and pictures, so next
Ooh,
week.
I have a little tidbit. This is
Okay.
a spoiler, so in case you don't want to know, just click off and don't watch anymore.
Don't click off. Keep watching.
Yeah,
Don't
just
listen to her.
comment.
Just
I mean, if
put
you
it
don't
on
want to
mute
use
for like 2
it's
seconds.
a spoiler.
Okay,
It's a
go
spoiler.
ahead.
Okay,
Go ahead.
so the angel Uriel, he's gonna come on the show. So this is an archangel. I'm interested to see how that's gonna switch things up. Is he good? Is he bad? Is he gonna help out? I don't know.
And he'll be
interesting to
played
see.
by Michael Imperioli from The Sopranos. Yeah.
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 Yes.
Cool.
All right, guys. Well, we had a fantastic time chatting with you. Thank you so much for participating. If you didn't get a chance to and you're watching this later, all good. You can leave a comment below. We love those too. But in the meantime, make sure you follow all of us on Twitter. Continue the conversation. I'm Alikona Bradford at Boys and Beauty 01. I also have a podcast called Hollywood Shit. It's pretty fantastic. So if you find me on Twitter, I'll leave links. You can watch that as well too. But also follow my co-hosts.
Yes, you can find me on Instagram and Twitter at Samantha_Benitz, Benitz.
And I'm Lacretia Lyon, guys. You can always find me at LACRETIALYON anywhere on the internet, since there is only one.
The one. Hey guys, I'm Joelle Monique. You can find me everywhere at Joelle Monique and every week at blackgirlnerds.com. Be sure to head over to nerdsofcolor.org to check my review of Birth of a Nation. And right now, if you go to my Twitter, you get my early reactions to Doctor Strange.
Oh, and quickly, everybody says he's not an archangel, so I could be corrected.
I just
know he's coming, people.
Anyways.
So you got it.
All right, guys. Well, we will see you next week. Mwah, mwah, mwah. Good night, good morning, good afternoon, or good tea time.
Goodbye.
From executive producers Maria Menounos, Kevin Undergaro, Phil Svitek, and the entire AfterBuzz TV staff, we would like to thank you for listening to the AfterBuzz TV network. To watch or listen to other after shows and post comments or questions, be sure to visit AfterBuzzTV.com. I'm Sir Richard Wentworth, and this has been a presentation of AfterBuzz TV.
Hail Satan! Naked Lucifer.
The views expressed herein are those of the hosts only and do not necessarily reflect the views of AfterBuzz TV or its owners or principals.